Hello, Sakala. Hello. Hello.
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Hello. Hello. योगीन्द्राणां तदङ्गेष्वधिकसुमधुरम् मुक्तिबाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षधृतरुकिसलयं नाथादे पादमूलम् नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपदे कृष्ण कारुण्य सिंधो कृष्ण कारुण्य सिंधो कृत्वा निःशेषतावान् प्रतिशतु परमानंद संदोह लक्ष्मी प्रतिशतु परमानंद संदोह लक्ष्मी अज्ञात्वा त्वे महत्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथ क्षमेत स्तोत्रं चैतसहस्रोत्तधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात् द्वेत नारायणीयं श्रुति शुजजनुष स्तुत्यत अवर्णनेन स्फीतं लीलावतारै ऋतमिह कर्ता आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम्। Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. This Sanskrit shloka is written by Bhattadari, Sri Bhattadari Bhag in the year 16th century, 16th year. So this is about 1000 years, this shloka. So it still exists in our mind. I am blessed to be here in this auspicious function, also in front of our Pujaniya Swamiji and all your devotees. Thank you so much. Next bhajan song, I am giving it to Nitya.
Hari Om, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. This song is a heartfelt prayer that asks for the wisdom to see goodness, speak kindly, live truthfully, and spread love and peace. It emphasizes compassion for all living beings, respect for Mother Earth, and a world free from divisions like caste and discrimination, reminding us that humanity is one family.
जानकी जाने रामा जानकी जाने रामा दया समेत सुधा निकेत चिन्मकरंग अगमुनि वृंद दया समेत सुधा निकेत चिन्मकरंग अगमुनि वृंद जानकी जाने रामा रामा रामा
जानकी जाने
भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज गोविंदम प्राप्ते संविहिते काले संप्राप्ते नहि नहि रक्षति धरणे भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते नारी सर्वभर नाभिदेशम् दृष्ट्वा मोहावेशं नारीस्तवभर नाभिदेशं दृष्ट्वा मोहावेशम् एतन्मां समसाविविकारम् एतन्मां विकारम् मनसिनि चिन्तय वारं वारं
भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम
शयचलं विद्धिव्याद्यभिमानग्रस्तं विद्धिव्याद्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च तमस्तं
भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज
आनस्तावै क्रीडासक्त अनुबक्तावै करुणीसक्त आनस्तावै क्रीडासक्त अनुबक्तावै वृद्धस्तावै चिन्तासक्त वृद्धस्तावै परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि रहस भज गोविन्दम्
भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते
चितकेश आशायाम्बर बहुकृतवेश जगलीमूर्ति
चितकेश आशायाम्बर बहुकृतवेश
पश्यन्नपि जन पश्वति मूढ उत्तरनिमित्तं बहुकृतवेषं भज गोविन्दम्
भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते
पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जगते शयनं पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जगते शयनं इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे कृपया पाले भावि पुरारे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
जय राम जय जय राम
Bhajagovindam was composed by Adi Shankaracharya. Every often, we people who are involved in various activities are likely to forget about the truth. That is why Shankaracharya has composed this beautiful song, beautiful composition called Bhajagovindam. The last one is Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Iha samsare bahudustare kripaya pare pakimurare. Enough is enough. Again birth, again death, again getting into mother's womb, again going through all these is enough is enough. Why don't you please bestow me with your blessing so that I will not be able to go through all these things. I will not be able to get into again this Janana Marana Chakra. That is what exactly all of us, all devotees, all sadhakas will keep on praying. A day should come when the sense of individuality gets merged in it, so that it doesn't have to pray for anything. It becomes the reality. So that is it is the most fittest composition that is presented on a situation like this. We are very, very happy about it. Now coming back, today is the 95th anniversary. Many of us, or most of us, would not be knowing about what happened on 15th May 1931. What was the message Papa gave to us? So here he is giving an opportunity to remember all these things intensely, number one. Number two, to assimilate the real purpose for which he has set up this ashram. We are reading his own words. The opening ceremony of the new ashram, which is named as Anand Ashram, was held on the 15th May 1931. In response to the invitations, hundreds of people from different parts of India assembled for the occasion. Bhajan, kirtan, feast, distribution of food, etc. to the poor went on for 10 days. The hills of Ramnagar resounded with the thrilling music of Lord's glorious names. From Maharashtra, about half a dozen devotees attended. So many names. These devotees took wholehearted part in the bhajans and kirtan. At the opening ceremony, as requested by the assembled devotees and friends, Ramdas delivered a short speech. Briefly put, it ran as very, very important for all of us. Ramdas has the supreme delight to speak to you today a few words at the inauguration of this holy ashram. The ideal which the ashram holds before it is universal love and service based upon a vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. Universal love and service, not social service, based upon the vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. Here every man, woman or children, to whatever denomination, creed or caste the person may belong, shall have free access. This is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the world outside. So, as Puja Mataji used to say, this is a school. We have come here not with the same frame of mind and go with the same frame of mind. This is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service. The assertion of me and mine gets reduced. My rights and wrongs, my likes and dislikes, my preferences, my priorities, all these things get subdued, so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. Papa Mataji wanted everyone to come here, go through this course of developing mutual love and service, so that when we go back at home, in the office, with friends, this mutual love and service, even if we fail, even if we forget, we will be able to pull us up. Because that is what the message Papa has given to us. Wonderful. Not he says, I am very happy. He gives us the points. So you and I, when we come here or we have been coming here, now we are asking ourselves whether we have been able to imbibe these basic things. Me to we, not me to me. I will again read. This is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. And then he gives us an anchor, a support, avalambanam. What is that? The Lord is our help and guide in all matters. It is not because of me and mine, it is because of the Lord. The Lord is our help and guide in all matters. May He, with all His bounty, shower His blessings on this great service which this home of love and bliss has undertaken to discharge. This is a tremendous responsibility Papa has given to us all. This is to be treated as a home of love and service. There is a difference between house and home, you know. House is the physical construction. Home is where love, homely meals, homely touch. Think about it. What a word Papa has used. May He, with all His bounty, shower His blessings on this great service, this home of love and service is undertaken to discharge. The ideal which the ashram holds before it is universal love and service based upon a vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. So the first and foremost thing is what is common in all of us. The common factor, the common denominator in every creation. The life force, the consciousness, the intelligence. Only when we try to realize this, we will be able to see the same in everybody. Puja Mataji, in one of her speeches, said, ashram is a school. You have come here to learn universal love and service. Which school will allow its children to come and sit for some time and go back without passing a single examination? All of us have forgotten these words. That means both of them wanted us to go through a course here. Every time when we are coming here, and those of us who feel we are inmates, we have been given this wonderful opportunity for a course of studies. What is the course of studies? Universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in everybody. And what is to be done by me? I should try to develop mutual love and service, so that when I deal with men and matters outside, I will be able to view it with that bhavana. And for all this, it is not purely dependent upon me, the individual. Lord is our help and guide in all matters. May He, with all His bounty, shower His blessings on the great service which this home of love and bliss has undertaken to discharge. This is a tremendous responsibility for all of us, both the devotees and the inmates, that this is a home of love and service. This is what the founder has visualized. He has made the sankalpa. Ours is to live up to that sankalpa. So on this 95th anniversary, we are trying to remind ourselves. We know, we have great regard for Papa, great regard for Mataji, great emotional touch with Anandashram. But at the same time, how many of us know this? So today is a reminder. And in order to develop this universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity, they have given us a triune method called Nam Seva Dhyan. So the ultimate, whatever I do, should zero to fruition in expanding myself. not holding on to what I feel right. All my thoughts, all my words, all my deeds should bear the stamp of universal outlook. The me and mine gets slowly reduced. To whatever extent it gets reduced, it's a plus point for us. It may not be possible for us to erase the whole complete thing. But if dominance is getting reduced, we are trying to live up to what Papa Mataji envisaged. So universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all. Number one, a place open to all beyond caste, creed or discrimination. Number two, a home of love and bliss. Number three, cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service. Number four, what is realized within must be reflected in outside, not to be left in ashram alone. Puja Swami Sachidananda Ji, before he dropped the body, he wrote a letter to all of us, in which he mentions this. Looking at us, people should know that we are Papa's devotees. Be a model to others. And Papa stands for universal love. Puja Mataji used to mention in her own style, Vishwabuddhi to Dehabuddhi to Vishwabuddhi. From the individual to the universal. So Puja Swamiji in 2003, when he wrote that letter, be a little more serious in our sadhana. And he also added, be a model to others. The others should know that we are Papa's devotees. And Papa's devotees means not merely worshipping the form. Worshipping the form should enable us to go beyond the form and see him in everywhere. And the right conduct of human life in the outside world. Another very important thing, what I do in the ashram and what I do outside should be in one line. I become devotional, I become God's, religious centered, spiritual centered. But the moment I go out, if I am back to my usual self, no. That is not what they want us. Cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service so that what is realized within it must reflect in life outside. Right conduct, the outer expression becomes the right conduct of human life in the outside world. So inner realization and outer behavior. Think about it. One message is, when we try to go through it, we are asking ourselves whether all these years we have been coming. Many of us are coming here for the past 30, 40, 50 years. Have we been able to, some extent we would have improved, no doubt. Not that it is zero. But this is what they wanted. Without holding on to one's own. Please think over it. Again we will read those points. Universal love and service based on the vision of divinity in all. A place open to all. This is a home of love and bliss. The Lord is our help and guide in all matters. Cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service. What is realized within its walls reflect in life outside. Right contact of human life in the outside world. Acha, now, how do we start? Universal love must begin with oneself. From head to toe, we already love ourselves. There are more than 200 organs functioning in our body, each having its distinct character, distinct mission. But still, right from the crown of our head till to the tip of our toe, I am there. No? Eyes, ears, tongue, nose, skin, mind, and brain, liver, the intestines, pancreas, anything you take, independently functioning, not like that. But they are all controlled by whom? There is a life force. Bereft of that life force, everything becomes. But each one does not fight together. Each one coordinates. Whenever there is a need in somebody's field, others rush towards it. In order that something about it, in Thus Speaks Ramdas, first page, in the first chapter, you will find Papa says, individual is the universal. So we try to see ourselves, mutual love and respect. Swami Chinmayananda ji used to say, unknowingly when the finger goes and does something, or when we bite, everybody would have felt it. Unknowingly, we would have bitten the tongue. We don't file a case. We don't take the teeth into task. Everyone rushes up. It's all right, unknowingly we have done. Something soothing takes place. Papa wants us to watch. Individual is the universal. What is it that makes everything function independently? At the same time, there is a mutual love and respect. In our own body. So the individual is the universal. Normally, I feel I am there right from here. But when I try to understand a little more, this I is whom? Without life force, the I cannot exist. Life force here means, Papa said life is the expression of Atman. What is life? Life is, we can easily say that the blood circulates, the heart beats, the digestion takes place, the breathing takes place. These are the signs of life. Papa says life is the expression of Atman. Though seemingly two, they are one. It is with us. It is because of that life force, everything is going on within our body. Then he brings in the second dimension, consciousness. Many of you, or some of you, a few at least, would have read in the small book called Inward Journey, where he says, once the mind ceases to be restless, being free from thoughts and desires, that moment we are not individuals, pure consciousness, which is at once cosmic and supercosmic in nature. Stillness of the mind, very important. When he asks us to direct our attention by chanting to the stillness, stillness. He says, stillness of the mind awakens in us a consciousness which is full of radiance and ecstasy. Now we know that we are truth eternal. So life force, consciousness. It is that one which is presiding over the entire 200 organs in our, or 200 odd organs in our body. Beautifully functioning. So when we start observing this, we start observing outside life. Every moment of my life, which is contributed by factors other than me. I need air to breathe, water to drink, earth to exist, space to move about, 98.4-degree temperature to keep me alive. I need sun, rain, metals, minerals, gases, vegetables, pulses, fruits. All these things have not been provided by me. It has been provided by the same power through Mother Nature before my entry into this world. Whatever creature comforts I enjoy now, including the language, including the electricity, including the mic, including the specs, including the all, including everything that you point out as an object. It has all come from intelligence. Buddhir Buddhivadam. So Papa, through that one word, individual is the universal. He is trying to come out of the conceptual presence of me and mine. So Rama chanting is to come out of this presence. Every time when I chant, I must know there is an urge in me to come out of, not a mechanical chanting. It is linked to the idea of this ashram. Then only this universal love and service, mutual love and respect, what is realized can be shown outside. Lord is our help, the only help and refuge, and this is the home of love and service. All these points, if it has to come out in a tangible form, for that he has given us this holy and all-powerful Ram Nam. So while chanting Ram Nam, we will try to keep up something of it. So being the 95th anniversary day, he is now making us to dwell on this intensely. And we have to be a little more serious in our sadhana. There are two split personalities in us. One, we are engaged in the labeled spiritual activities of sadhana. Other is the me and mine and outside. We should demolish this with the help of Brahmana, with the help of the teachings of the masters. When I differ with somebody, I should immediately know he is there equally in them. This Namotsava, he has designed it in such a way that all these points are covered and linked to the Nama and then to the Nami. So when we chant the name, we should remember this Nami, the presiding officer within us, in whose presence everything becomes all right. The moment he leaves us finished, immediately the body will be taken either to the burial ground or to the cremation ground. That Nami has to be remembered, and that is why he has been given this holy and all-powerful Rama. So being, it is not something, we have to learn something. No. What is within us? It has to be, if you remember the words of Papa, to awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Nama chanting is to awaken, not something to bring anything new from outside, to awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Why is he sleeping? We cannot question that. When he gave us the individuality, when he made us to come out of this world from the mother's womb, we started sleeping. At an appropriate time through the Guru, he touches and tells, hey, you are not what you assume yourself to be. You are that. He is sleeping, awake. That is why Papa used to say Gurus are called awakeners. Papa says for Gurus are awakeners. What is within us has to be touched, kindled and awakened. So Nama chanting is for that purpose. To awaken the divine sleeping divine consciousness. Though he is sleeping, though he appears to be sleeping, he is vibrant. That is why all these 200 organs are body, mind, intellect, everything is functioning. Think about it. An intense study. Through Namotsava, this is not a usual program. We are trying to go with our seriousness. Intense. So every time when we, in the afternoon, when we are going to have a rounding, the rehearsal we had yesterday, kindly absorb this. Kindly keep this in your mind. And on the occasion of the 95th anniversary, today, we reflect on Papa's vision. Assimilate the truth. And then, as a aid to that, make Namotsava more relevant and effective. So we are doing it only for the purpose of living up to the ideal preached by Papa on 15th May 1931. Please think over the 5 points first. That is essential. Today's take-home message is that only. Can somebody say anything out of these 5? What for this ashram was set up as visualized by Papa? Universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in everybody. Very good. Then, only from this side no. Mutual love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all. Then, wait. Ah. Ashram is a school. We come here to learn universal love and service. That means to come out of the clutches of me and mine. That is universal love and service. I will not be able to think about universal service if the me and mine is predominant in us. Then, this is a home. Whenever there is no another here. Anybody who comes here is a part of this home. A simple example is how Mataji was expressing this, Everybody will be given prasad when they leave. Because everybody is coming to their own home. This is what Mataji meant. We limited ourselves to getting prasad, that's all. The prasad stands for this homely feeling, When she was physically active, she herself will come and open the dabas and put and give to us. Still it is vivid in our memories. From Mataji's room, she will come to the small room there dabas will be there. And she will sit and open and put and thing. Because we feel, the moment we get down at Kanyangar railway station and get into taxi on those days, no autos, then the excitement builds up. And when we stop at the flag post, immediately get down, then we rush towards Mataji. Rush towards, really. To see her, that is the first one. A mother for all. Everybody felt she is a mother for all. That is the home of love and service. That is why every goes, she gives prasad. Her own hand. I used to share when I come and go. When I say I am alone, Mataji, that is why I am giving you more. For anything and everything, she will have some explanation. So this home is a very important point, anything else? Awaken the sleeping divine consciousness in us, only by which we will be able to know the universality, the universal aspect. Then. Access, yeah. Open for all. Open for all. Yes, then very important one. Huh? Different vibration. Yes, then no, I want one more word of Papa. Huh? Awakener. He is an awakener. Yes, then. Probably you would not have heard properly. What is realized within its walls. So that means when I come to the ashram, I become sattvic. When I go out, I cannot become rajasic or tamasic. What is realized within its walls, it should be reflected in my thoughts, words and deeds. What does it mean? What does it mean? Outer activity should be compatible with my inner aspirations. Otherwise, how will I know? I come here, I spend some time and then go back. If there is no change, what is the use? So cultivate the spirit of love and mutual love and service. Whatever we do, wherever we do, here in the ashram. Everybody is doing it with love and service only. But only that person will know whether the same attitude is reflected in our outside world. What is realized within its wall must be reflected in outside world. Please think over. Huh? And finally he said, what is our anchor, what is our support? The Lord. If all these things are to happen, I must lean on to that. The Lord is our help and refuge. So remembering the Lord will ensure me to develop this universal love and service, to develop mutual love and service within, to reflect it, get it reflected in my outside activities, to treat this as a home of love and service. All these things will come up only when I remember Him. So these are also some of the thoughts which we thought we should share on this auspicious day, so that we get reminded. We will periodically we may be able to evaluate whether I am living up to Papa's expectation or not. If not, we will improve wherever it is necessary. In one go, we may not be able to do that, agreed, but we will try, we keep on trying, we keep on trying. Now, 10:15? 10:15. A brief note about those who scaled the heights through Nam Sadhana. Before that, we would also write how Papa introduced Nam Seva Dhyan. So when it is made clear that we should remember him, the easiest way means it is not an easy sadhana, easiness in the sadhana. Because we can chant it any time, any place. There is no restriction. We don't have to take bath, we don't have to sit eastward, we don't have to take this vrada, that vrada. We can do it at any time during any period in our life. All these are possible. That is called the easiness in the sadhana. So Nama. He has given us the Nama. Many of you might know, might not know. We could gather from his own lectures that when he was subjected to go through severest, toughest period in life in Mangalore, where he was confronted with successive failures, one after another. He was passing through stressful period in 1920. We had exhausted everything. At that time, Mahatma Gandhiji happened to pass through Mangalore. There was a big meeting. Later on, we checked up with Google Baba. He confirmed that. He gave lot of details about that meeting. So there, according to Google Baba, there were about 10,000 people in 1920. He has also given us the gist of what he talked, who Gandhiji. And Papa says, in the course of Ramdas's life prior to his meeting the Guru, he had been awakened off and on by contacts with some dynamic personalities, though he had not felt that any power from outside had done it. I mean, God has arranged it. The awakening had taken place within him. Ramdas saw once Gandhiji in Mangalore. From a distance, he was one among the 10,000. A strange influence from him changed Ramdas's outlook, and his mind started going towards God. The first touch was from Gandhiji. And many of you might know that Gandhiji's Nama was Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram Nam was his anchor. So he also started chanting Ram. And he was reading, unlike us, we started chanting Ram Nam and we did not know what Ram Nam stands for. Our Guru said we are following. In his case, it was not like that. He was very clear what Ram stands for. Ram stood for the subtle and mysterious power, not an entity. Same thing we found in Gandhiji's. Gandhiji as a spiritual realized soul. If we want to know, we should go to the small book called Pathway to God, where he has given this in a beautiful way. There he also mentioned mysterious and subtle power. His Ram is that, not an entity. So with that background, Papa was chanting, and we chanted with the right perspective. He was feeling relief from the tension. Slowly it was opening. He is the master, and the master has got a master plan for all the lives. He is the master, so nothing is on my head. So that is how this Nama chanting started taking place. And he himself has mentioned that out of 24 hours, 22 hours he was chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. He reduced his food, reduced his clothing, reduced his basic comforts, took a separate room in his house. His wife and daughter became alarmed. They informed their brothers something is wrong with him. He was attending to his work also, but same, chanting, chanting, chanting. There he mentioned even the period ever so small. He was going on repeating. 22 hours in a day, whether at home or in the street or in his workplace. And though they were all upset, they sent word for his father, who was then in Udupi. He rushed up, but when he saw Papa, he knew nothing is wrong with him. Son, what happened to you? You know what he said? This is very important for all of us. Even before he came out as a chronicled in Quest of God, after 1 or 2 months, he said, God is making him to repeat his name. See? God is making him to repeat his name. He say, I am chanting his name. So how with that perspective he could transcend the limitation imposed by the me and mine? God is making him to repeat his name. Then his father told him, "Keep chanting Ram. You take this. One sannyasi gave me this mantra, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And he said, if you constantly chant, you will get peace. So he made him to sit and made him to repeat 3 times, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then Papa named him as his Diksha Guru. Though unlike us, he was not crowding around the Guru. Nowhere you can find that. The job of the Guru was to initiate him bus, and he was to live up to what he has been told. Later on, Papa did not follow any customs, traditions, all. Later on, he was also prompted to go through Swami Ramtirtha's work. Ramtirtha was a great saint of India, disciple of Swami Vivekananda. He had extensively traveled all over the globe, and all his teachings have been compiled by the Ramtirtha Foundation, 7 volumes, In Woods of God Realization. There, if you open, you will find elaborately he has discussed about Om. When Papa went through that, suddenly he felt, yes, God wanted him to start the Nama Mantra with Om. Because Om stands for the origin of everything, primordial, the impersonal. Then he said, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. That is how the mantra which we are chanting came as Ram Nam. Now somebody suggested we should also read out what he has mentioned about the meaning of Ram Nam. Om stands for the impersonal truth. Shri stands for the divine power. The unmanifested, the manifested. No? The life force which is not manifested, but all other things are manifested. Me. Think. Om stands for the impersonal truth. Shri stands for the divine power. Ram stands for God who is both truth and power, both personal and impersonal and beyond. Start thinking now. The one which makes now active, the one which makes us to say these words, which is not visible, which is not tangible, which cannot be shown. Om stands for that. But that Om, if it has to be expressed, it needs an equipment, sound, everything is necessary, language. So that is called the Shri. And Ram stands for both, the impersonal and the personal, the manifested and the unmanifest, the static and the dynamic, and beyond. Ram represents the Purushottama of the Gita, who is at once Purusha and Prakriti, and also the supreme transcendent one beyond both. Jai Ram, victory to God. Jai Jai Ram, victory, victory to God. So ultimately the meaning of Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram is God who is at once truth and power, visible and invisible, impersonal and personal. Victory to thee, victory, victory to thee. This is the meaning of Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. So when we are taking up this Namotsava, it is appropriate that we also get the idea given by Papa. So 3 things again, we will have a quick recap. On this 95th, we are reminded of the ideal, universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all. Not only in me, this is the one, if it is there in me, it is there in everybody. So when I come, the mutual love and respect I should develop here, so that what is learned here, I will be able to reflect it outside. And for all this, God is the help. And this, my stay here, my contact here, is the testing ground where I try to learn this home of love and service, so that my home also will become a home of love and service. To replicate Anandashram everywhere, not merely to Anandashram Kanjangad, Kerala, but they wanted us to replicate everywhere. Papa and Mataji in their various teachings have beautifully reiterated again and again and again and again. Papa Mataji is in everybody's heart, God is in everybody's heart, you are in everybody's heart. You, God and Papa Mataji are one. That means that which functions as Papa Mataji, that which functions as God, that which functions as you and me is the one and the same. This is what, then only we will say universal love and service can become a reality. So these are all the few words we would place it before you. Please keep on pondering over it, so that from 3:30 onwards we are going to chant with this bhavana. So all these inputs will definitely give us gradually to shape our mindset and pave the way for expanding ourselves from me to we and we to him. Hari Om. Now Sundar will read out of the words of the Mahatmas who have scaled the heights through Nam Sadhana. Yes. Then only we come to know all these, everybody has told about this Nama. You want to the Akanta Mandalagaram Julikam. We start with that. So that we have put it in the Gurusthiti Mudichiti. Simple Mudichiti, not the lengthy one. Gurusthiti simple Mudichiti Torinko. She is Mataji introduced the awakener daily Vijayakan Gurusthiti children.
हरि ओम, हरि ओम। सुनाई दे रहा है? हरि ओम। Swamiji just reminded us all that, to remind us all of the reality seated within, should make us all repeat this in the morning. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukhatam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Shri Sadgurum Tam Namami. We are sharing few Mahatmas who have scaled the heights using Lord's name, chanting Lord's name. Whatever is there, if something else comes up, we'll share with that. Please bear with us. Hari Om. Starting with Papa. Swami Ramdas, Papa Ramdas took up the chanting of Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram continuously under the guidance of his father. He wandered across India, repeating the name ceaselessly. Gradually, the sense of individuality dissolved. He experienced the divine everywhere and in everyone. Gradually, the sense of individuality dissolved and he experienced the divine everywhere and in everyone. He would often say, the name has done everything for me. For Papa, Nama was not mere repetition. It became remembrance and surrender and finally God consciousness. Some of his quotations, we are lucky some devotee has compiled it for us. We just read through them. Where the Lord's name is uttered, there all purity, power and goodness resides. Where the Lord's name is uttered, there all purity, power and goodness resides. Name is the link between the devotee and God. It brings devotee face to face with Him and enables him to realize oneness with Him. Name is the link between devotee and God. It brings devotee face to face with Him and enables him to realize oneness with Him. Papa says, O Ram, thy glorious name is sweetness itself, bliss itself, truth itself, love itself, knowledge itself, light itself, imperishable, above and beyond everything. O Ram, thy glorious name is sweetness itself, bliss itself, truth itself, love itself, knowledge itself, light itself, imperishable, above and beyond everything. Thy name is end and goal of all desires. It is the source of all happiness and end and aim of all existence. There is nothing like it. Oh, that nectar-like name, how sweet. The moment it is remembered, all sense of duality is lost. All sense of separateness is gone and body consciousness vanishes. The mind is stilled to rest. Peace is gained. Peace that brings pure anandam, pure bliss. One more I'll go. I can keep on going, I'll stop with this one. Oh, what a powerful name is Ram. How wonderful is its potency. It makes one mad of thee, and in that intoxication, thy radiant light is seen to spread and envelop everything. All darkness is gone, all ignorance is driven away, all pain and evil eradicated. What a marvelous name. It is the one prop, one boat, one plank. Clinging to it firmly in all faith, in all determination, without letting it go under any consideration, under any condition, takes one across the shoals, whirlpools, tempests, and dangers of wide and perilous ocean of this transient and unreal world. It is the one prop, one boat, one plank, clinging to it firmly in all faith, in all determination, without letting it go, under any conditions, takes one across the shoals, whirlpools, tempests, and dangers of the wide and perilous ocean of this transient and unreal world. What a grand name is thine. Adi Shankaracharya. Thou known for Advaita Vedanta, Adi Shankaracharya repeatedly emphasized devotion and remembrance of God as essential for purification of the mind. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, which was sung, again was his writing. He reminds seekers that intellectual scholarships alone cannot give liberation without devotion and remembrance of the divine. Sant Tukaram. Tukaram Maharaj constantly chanted the name of Vitova amidst poverty, ridicule, and severe family hardships. The name gave him extraordinary inner strength and detachment. His abhangs reveal that Nama transformed suffering into devotion and joy. He declared that divine name alone carried him across the ocean of worldly life. Nama gheta utha uti, Hoi sansarachi tuti. When you chant Lord's name, moment to moment, you are free from the burden of life. Hakaroni sange toka, namna gheu rahunaka. He says with full determination, don't live without taking his name. It will break away all shackles. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Through intense Nama Sankirtana, he would enter states of divine ecstasy and complete absorption in God. His life demonstrated how collective chanting could melt the heart, remove the ego, and awaken universal love. His life demonstrated how collective chanting could melt the heart, remove ego, and awaken universal love. Sant Namdev. Namdev's life beautifully illustrates how constant remembrance through Nama brings intimacy with the divine. Tradition says that through sincere chanting and devotion, he experienced the Lord as a living presence accompanying him in daily life. Tradition is that through sincere chanting and devotion, he experienced the Lord as a living presence accompanying him in daily life. Sri Ramakrishna Parhamsa. Though he practiced many spiritual paths, Ramakrishna repeatedly stressed the power of sincere repetition of God's name. He said, the name and the named are not different. He said, the name and the named are not different. The name and the name.
Nami.
Nami.
Name.
He compared the divine name to the seed that eventually grows into God realization when nurtured with love and longing. There's an incident, Swamiji, of Girish Ghosh of Bazar. He used to drink, so he wanted to see who Ramakrishna Paramsa, and he goes and sees Thakur, Ramakrishna Paramsa, says, this saint looks more intoxicated than me. And then he says he was intoxicated by the norm of Ma Kali. Ramakrishna Paramsa ji was so much into that bhava of saying Kali Ma's name. Mirabai. Mirabai faced rejection, opposition and suffering. Yet the constant remembrance and singing of Krishna's name kept her immersed in divine love. Nama became her refuge, companion and source of fearlessness. Mahatma Gandhiji. Gandhiji drew immense strength from Ramanama. During moments of crisis, tension, even at the final moment of his life, the name Ram arose spontaneously from his lips. He regarded the divine name as a source of purification, courage and inner balance. Rama is the strength of the weak. The strength is not to be obtained by taking up arms or similar means. It is to be had by throwing oneself on his name. Rama is but a synonym of God. Ramanama is an alchemy such as can transform the body. The conservation of vital energy has been likened to accumulated wealth, but it is the power of Ramanama alone to make it a running stream of ever-increasing spiritual strength, ultimately making a fall impossible. Just as The body cannot exist without blood, so the soul needs the matchless and pure strength of faith. This strength can renovate the weakness of all man's physical organs. That is why it is said that when Ramanama is enshrined in the heart, it means the rebirth of man. This law applies to the young, old man, and women, all alike. That is why it is said that when Ramanama is enshrined in the heart, it means rebirth of man. What is the mark of the man who has Rama enshrined in his heart? Such a man will take God's name with every breath. His Rama will be awake even while the body is asleep. Rama will always Rama will be always with him in whatever he does. The real death of such a devoted man will be loss of this sacred companionship. With my hand on my breast, I can say that not a minute in my life am I forgetful of Lord.
Eh?
So,
Not a minute in my life.
am I forgetful of Lord. Swamiji, can you share the
When you were short, he could say.
Manudi incidents of the
Eh?
Manudi, Gandhiji had motion problem. What he did? Not me. Kabir emphasized continuous remembrance of the divine name amidst ordinary life. He discouraged empty ritualism and taught that true chanting should awaken awareness of the indwelling reality. His dohas repeatedly point out that the divine is realized not by outer show but by the inward absorption through nama. His dohas repeatedly point out that divine is realized not by outer show but by the inward absorption of nama. Tulsidas. Tulsidas regarded the name of Rama as even more accessible than the form of Rama. He thought that while forms may appear and disappear, the divine name constantly protects and uplifts the devotee. His whole life became an offering centered around Ram Nama. He taught that while forms may appear and disappear, the divine name constantly protects and uplifts the devotee. His whole life became an offering centered around Ramanama. Narsim Mehta ji. Narsim Mehta lived amidst difficulties and social oppositions. Yet singing and remembrance of Krishna's name filled him with fearlessness and compassion. His Yet singing and remembrance of Krishna's name filled him with fearlessness and compassion.
That particular word, Vaishnava Janato.
Ramanamshu Talivaji.
Absolutely.
Vaishnava Janto, there is one stanza. Ramanamshu Tali Lage Sakala Tirat Tera Manmare Tanmare. When you keep on chanting Lord's name, all the tirats are in your own. The devotee, Vaishnava devotee, is that the moment he hears Lord's name, he joins, he starts clapping, he gets into the bhava just by merely listening to the name of the Lord. Tyagaraja. Saint Tyagaraja's compositions reveal how deeply immersed he was in the name of Rama. He considered worldly wealth insignificant compared to the joy rising from the Nama and devotion. His kritis are a living expression of Nama Bhakti. Sant Eknath. Eknath Maharaj combined scholarship with constant name remembrance. Even amidst criticism and insult, he remained calm and compassionate because his mind rested in the divine name. Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Before becoming widely known as a jnani, Nisargadatta Maharaj practiced intense repetition of the mantra given by his guru. He later acknowledged that sincere mantra japa purified the mind and prepared it for the self-realization. Annamacharya. Annamacharya composed thousands of songs glorifying the Lord's name. Through continuous devotion and chanting, he experienced the divine not as a distant but intimately present in life. Through continuous devotion and chanting, he experienced the divine not as distant but as an intimately presence in life. Purandaradasa. Purandaradasa transformed from a wealthy, miserly merchant into a compassionate saint through devotion and name. His song repeatedly declared that remembrance of Lord's name purifies the heart and brings humility. Guru Nanak Ji. Guru Nanak Ji. Guru Nanak Ji placed immense emphasis of Naam Simran, remembrance of the divine name. He thought that constant awareness of the divine amidst daily activities purifies the ego and brings one into harmony with truth. He taught that constant awareness of divine, constant awareness of the divine amidst daily activities purifies the ego and brings one into harmony with truth. Sri Ramana Maharishi. Though Ramana Maharshi primarily taught self-inquiry, he also acknowledged the great value of Nama Japa. He explained that repetition of the divine name ultimately leads the mind back to its source, where the chanter, chanting, and the Nami become one.
Beautiful. Repeat. You repeat it.
He explained that repetition of the divine name ultimately leads mind back to its source, where the chanter,
Chanter,
chanting,
chanting,
and the Nami become
the
one.
chanted become one.
Brahma Chaitanya Gondavalekar Maharaj. Gondavalekar Maharaj is one of the finest examples of a saint whose entire life revolved around Nama Sadhana, especially the constant repetition of Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. He taught in a very direct and practical manner that Nama is not merely for monks or ascetics, but for ordinary people living amidst worldly duties. According to him, the divine name can be remembered while eating, walking, working, speaking, or resting. One of his central teaching was take the name with love, and the name itself will take you to Lord. Take the name with love, and the name itself will take you to Lord. He repeatedly emphasized that the mind may wander initially, chanting may seem mechanical in the beginning, but persistent repetition gradually purifies the mind, reduces ego and anxiety, and awakens awareness of God's presence. He repeatedly emphasized that the mind may wander initially, chanting may seem mechanical in the beginning, but persistent repetition gradually purifies the mind, reduces ego and anxiety, and awakens awareness of God's presence. Many devotees approached him with worldly worries, fears, illness, and family problems. Instead of giving complicated spiritual disciplines, he would often simply advise, continue Nama, do not leave the name. For Gondavalekar Maharaj, Nama was a purifier of the mind, a companion in loneliness, a support during suffering, and finally the bridge between the individual and the divine. For Gondavalekar Maharaj, Nama was a purifier of mind, a companion in loneliness, a support during suffering, and finally the bridge between individual and the divine. A beautiful illustration from his life is that even amidst conversations and daily interactions, inwardly he remained absorbed in Ramanama. He demonstrated that spiritual life need not be separated from practical life. He also explained that just as fire burns when one understands, whether one understands it or not, the divine name too has transforming power and when repeated sincerely and regularly. He also explained that just as fire burns when whether one understands it or not, divine name too has transforming power when repeated sincerely and regularly. His teaching strongly resonates with the idea that chanting should mature into remembrance, remembrance into surrender, and surrender into effortless God consciousness. Chanting should mature into remembrance, remembrance into surrender, and surrender into effortless God consciousness. Swami Vivekananda. The repetition of God, name of God, has a wonderful power to purify the mind. The repetition of the name of God has a wonderful power to purify the mind. Vivekananda emphasized that the divine name helps gather the scattered mind and gradually turns it inward towards the higher reality. Swami Ramatirtha, repeat the name of Lord with every breath and let the mind melt into Him. Repeat the name of Lord with every breath and let the mind melt into Him. Ramatirtha taught that Nama should be continuous like the flow of breathing until the distinction between the chanter and the Lord disappears. Swami Shivananda, Nama and Nami are one. The name of God is a potential spiritual force. It vibrates with divine energy. Nama and Nami are one. The name of God is a potent spiritual force. It vibrates with divine energy. Swami Shivananda repeatedly stressed that sincere Nama Japa purifies the heart, removes restlessness, and fills the life with peace and devotion. Swami Chidanandaji Maharaj. Let the divine name become the background music of your life. Let the divine name become the background music of your life. He beautifully explained that chanting should not remain confined to prayer time alone, but continue silently amidst all activities. There used to be a quotation of Swamiji in Bhojanshala where he says how to transform daily life into spiritual sadhana, where he gave an example of eating. He says, mentally chant Ram Ram to Ram Nam twice while eating food. Do that mentally, and after chewing it once, after one morsel, chant God's name again. So the whole food becomes sattvic and helps us in our daily sadhana. I'm not sure whether that board is still there, but it used to be there in Bhojanshala. Ma Ananda Mahima. Take the name constantly. Through the name, everything is attained. Take the name constantly. Through the name, everything is attained. Ma Anandamayi taught that even if the mind wanders, one should not abandon the name because the name itself gradually draws the mind toward God. Ma Anandamayi taught that even if the mind wanders, one should not abandon the name because the name itself gradually draws the mind towards God. The ceaseless repetition of name of Lord will keep evil thoughts away. He often advised devotee to combine Namasmarana with love, service and purity in life. Neem Karoli Baba. Repeat the name of God all the time. Though his teachings were simple and brief, Neem Karoli Baba constantly encouraged remembrance of God through repetition of divine name, love and surrender. Swami Tapovanji Maharaj. Tapovanji Maharaj stressed inward quietness and constant God remembrance amidst simplicity and austerity. A teaching associated with him, the mind becomes pure and subtle through continuous remembrance of the divine. Swami Chinmayananda. Japa is the art of keeping the mind anchored in the divine. Swami Chinmayananda explained that repetition of divine name prevents the mind from dissipating in endless distraction. Talking about Swamiji, in one of the portion of his discussion on Krishna avatar, he gives a very beautiful example. He talks about gopis complaining that Lord Krishna stole their makhan. So his expression was, when the gopis get up, they say, Krishna, Krishna. Then they give bath to the cow. They'll again say, Krishna, Krishna. Then when they milk the cow, they again say, Krishna, Krishna. Then they make curd, they say, Krishna, Krishna. And finally they take out the makhan and say, Krishna, Krishna, I won't give you and keep it up. So the Lord says, when you do your work taking my name, whether you give it to me or not, I'll steal it from you. He'll steal all the karma phalas if we take his name. Narayana Guru. Narayana Guru emphasized purity, inner upliftment, and universal vision. A simple spirit reflected in his teachings. Whatever purifies the mind and awakens compassion leads one towards truth. Though not centered exclusively on Nanjapa, his life upheld inward refinement and remembrance of divine presence in all. Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa's song overflow with devotion and surrender through constant remembrance of the Lord. His life beautifully illustrates how devotion and nama transcend social barriers and outer identity. Chandrasekhar Saraswati, commonly revered as Kanchi Mahaperiva. He repeatedly encouraged simple living, nama japa, and regular chanting. He often advised devotees in Kali Yuga, Nama Sankirtana is the simplest and safest path. Sai Baba of Shirdi. Shirdi Sai Baba constantly encouraged remembrance of God through faith and surrender. Two central teachings, Shraddha and Saburi, meaning faith and patience. He also encouraged repetition of God's name and trust in the divine during all circumstances. Swami Jnanananda. Jnanananda Swami stressed inward awareness, simplicity, meditation, and divine remembrance as aids to inner transformation. Raghavendra Swami. Raghavendra Swami emphasized devotion, surrender, and remembrance of Hari. Devotees believe his life demonstrated the protective and uplifting power of divine remembrance and unwavering bhakti. Paramhams Yogananda. Chanting is half the battle. Chanting is half the battle. Yogananda taught that chanting and devotion help interiorize the mind and awaken direct experience of divine joy. Vinoba Bhave. Vinoba ji deeply valued Ramanama. He regarded repetition of the divine name as a purifier of motives, a source of fearlessness, and a support for selfless action. Swami Omkarananda. Teachings associated with Omkara-oriented tradition often emphasizes Om is the primordial vibration underlying all existence. Constant remembrance of Om is seen as a means to quieten the mind and awaken awareness of the self. A beautiful concluding line of all this masters could be, though their paths appeared different, devotion, knowledge, meditation or service, almost all great souls upheld remembrance of divine as a central force of inner transformation. One more name, Mata Amritanandamahima, teaches that constant chanting of Lord's name or mantra is a powerful, simple and effective way to purify the mind, reduce stress, achieve God realization. She compares the mantra to an oar, enabling devotees to safely cross the ocean of worldly existence and attain inner peace. Key insights from Amma on chanting. Purification of mind. Chanting brings mental clarity, removes negativity and helps calm the mind's endless thought waves. Power of sound. Amma describes the mantra as a divine seed or a all sacred vibration that when repeated acts as a vehicle to transport the devotee towards the divine. Attitude of devotion. While the name itself is powerful, Amma emphasized that chanting should be done with love, faith and concentration to make it truly effective.
Gurudeva Kripa. Chanter? அந்த ஸ்டேஜ் வருது இப்போ நம்ம சாண்டராக இருக்கோமே. Nami is the final one, the one who makes us to chant. Chanter, chanting, chanted should become one. There is a beautiful bhajan composed by Swami Tejomayanji on Guru. Somebody can play this? Ganjira Ah, yeah, yeah.
गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है बस एक तू ही मेरा बल है बस एक तू ही मेरा बल है गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे मन के अंधकार को दूर करे मन के अंधकार को दूर करे वचनामृत से तव बोध कृपा वचनामृत से तव बोध कृपा गुरु देव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बन कर गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बन कर पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बन कर गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बन कर बिसरो न कभी यह प्रेममयी आनंदमय भवनीय कृपा बिसरो न कभी यह प्रेममयी आनंदमयी भवनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव मह देव तव महनीय कृपा मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है बस एक तू ही मेरा बल है बस एक तू ही मेरा बल है गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा
We have 10 minutes or 15 minutes Ramna before we go to the 10 or 15 minutes Ramna. We will try to.
யாரை பண்ண சொல்லலாம்
Sangeeta?
அதுனா
Okay. Somebody else?
राम नाम
Uh,
राम नाम राम नाम சொல்றேல स्वामी அவருக்கு राम नाम
Dr. Satish. Come.
राम नाम
He needs the chair. Your usual. 15 minutes.
I have that. Thank you.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya 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 Jaya Ram Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om 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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Papa says, the mind that listens with love to the divine name. Very important, please. When we are chanting, Papa wants us to listen. The mind that listens with love to the divine name is at once arrested. It stops its distracting activities and becomes completely still. Stillness is achieved by regaling the mind with the sweetness of Ramnam. A very thought-provoking quotation which has come out from his own experience and he is sharing with us. So when we chant, when we hear, the mind that listens with love to the divine name is at once arrested. So if the mind is still going out, I am reminded that he is not listening to the divine name. So when the chanting is going on in the Samadhi Mandir, now we hear that, Just try. Mind that listens with love to the divine name is at once arrested. It stops its distracting activities and becomes completely still. Stillness is achieved by regaling the mind. Regaling the mind means entertaining the mind. Stillness is achieved by entertaining the mind with the sweetness of Ramnam. This is one method here. Now when we chant, here we have also to hear. Jai, Jai. Let us try whether we can hear this. And what happens when we listen to that? Or we can chant from here and try. There may be same Nama, so let us not bother about it. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Yes. Please listen to. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Please think, when we chant and when you are hearing, what happens? When you chant, when you are hearing, what happens? Please see for yourself. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. When you hear our chanting, what happens? When you hear your own chanting, what happens? Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Papa says, the mind that listens with love to the divine name is at once arrested. It stops its distracting activities becomes completely still. Whether we have been able to go near that, no? That's what we are trying. It's a demonstration. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. When you hear what happens to the mind, thinking mind, when you hear the chanting from us, when you hear the chanting from you, what happens? That's what Papa says here. The mind that listens with love to the divine name is at once arrested. It stops its distracting activities and becomes completely still. Are we towards that? Please think about it. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. We are praying to Him to bless us with a fleeting experience of that stillness. When I hear my own chanting, how the distracting tendency, the outgoing tendencies of the mind gets arrested, what happens when I hear somebody start chanting, whether the same thing happens, what happens to the mind? With that bhavana, we will go through that. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. this slow chanting, we are also conscious of the gap between the mantras. Papa wants us to see the stillness between the two mantras. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om. By concentrating your mind on the sound, Papa's words, by concentrating your mind on the sound of the name, the mind absorbs the name, thereafter mental repetition starts. When Ramnam is repeated mentally, the mind becomes gradually still and the repetition stops when the mind is perfectly still. It does not remain still for a long time, and the moment it is disturbed, the repetition of Ramnam starts again. The effort now is to lengthen the period of the stillness. That is from the time Ramnam stopped till it started again. By constant practice, the duration of this stillness is increased until at last it becomes permanent. This is how he is leading us, no? The stillness. Stillness means not outside. It is from the stillness only the sound comes. So through the sound we enter into the stillness within us. We will try that. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Go on repeating Ram Nam continuously without any break. Papa's words again, okay? The sound that you hear, our own chanting. The sound that you hear is what comes out of that infinite When we repeat the mantra aloud, we tune ourselves to the sound produced by it. Very important word now. Through the sound, we enter into the perfect stillness within us. Through the sound, we enter into the perfect stillness within us. When we see the letters, we don't see the background. Through the letters, we see the background. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So today Papa also initiated us into a process by which we try to become aware of his presence within. The same Ram Nam, when we stretch it, Om, that itself will arrest the outgoing tendency. Then we try to listen. Then all other thoughts don't come and out. Then the gap. Silence is the gap. Stillness is the gap. Intelligence is the gap. Creativity is the gap. Consciousness is the gap. No? Like that, slowly we will try to realize. And then, if that is also found difficult, he said, think about the sound. Where from that sound comes? The sound can come only from soundless base. So these are all the things which he taught us today, so that when the Namotsava is beginning, we can adopt any method. But we should be very clear that we have to realize his presence within. Let this be in our mind. Let's keep on thinking about it. Kindly read and reread the book yesterday. We will start it today at 3:30. All are requested to come here at 3:15. So first we will read out the guidelines. After the guideline is over, the chanting starts. At exactly, then the group start rounding. And 15 minutes, some bell will be there. Everybody goes and sits. And then again the guideline will be repeated just to remind us. And then chanting goes on. At the 26th minute, it stops again. One question relating to the guideline, leading us to the thought will be read out. And this slow chanting Ramnam will be there for 3 times. And then all of us will try to go within. Pray to him to help us to go within. And exactly after 2 or 3 minutes, again the bell will ring. The next chanting session starts. So during these exercises, not only that we hold on to the Nam, but also we try to shift ourselves from merely hearing to His presence within. What is needed is to feel His presence within. And then again we repeat, it is not a thing to be got from outside. We are trying to awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. And once it is awakened, it is always awakened. Maybe degrees may change, that's all. But once it is awakened, it is always awakened. Then as we keep on advancing, Papa has given the guidance that we will function as an individual, as a family person, as a social person, as a professional person, as a spiritual person, as a devotee or a sadhaka. Nothing will be changed in the outer, but we come to know the Master has initiated us to do this. This body is now working out the dictates of the Master. The Master has got a master plan for his life, for this life. So Papa used to say, he is working out his will through us. That is the stage we have kept it to be attained, to be reached, to be realized. So for all that, this should help us. And now, a few feedback received from participants in the previous Namotsava. Sundar will read, just to give us some idea. At 12 o'clock we will close and they can go for Arati.
Hari Om. During chanting, we experienced silence within sound and inner stillness that quietly emerged. During chanting, we experienced silence within sound and inner stillness that quietly emerged. We felt that the divine name is not just repetition, but a living presence that transforms the mind. We felt that the divine name is not just repetition, but a living presence that transforms the mind. Joy naturally arose when the mind became simple and childlike in devotion. Joy naturally arose when the mind became simple and childlike in devotion. Namotsava felt like a pause in the rush of life, helping us reconnect with what truly matters. We felt the power of shared intention when many gather for one purpose. The spiritual atmosphere becomes deeply uplifting. The experience helped us shift from thinking to feeling. The experience helped us from thinking to feeling, from intellectual understanding to inner experience. We felt that surrender is not weakness, but deep trust in the divine will. We felt that surrender is not weakness, but deep trust in the divine will. Namotsava reminded us that the real temple is the heart. Namotsava reminded us that the real temple is the heart. We returned with renewed enthusiasm to continue sadhana with discipline and joy. Even brief moments of genuine remembrance felt deeply transformative. We felt guided and supported on the spiritual journey, strengthening our faith in Guru's unseen presence. We felt guided and supported on the spiritual journey, strengthening our faith in the Guru's unseen presence. The chanting helped us turn inward. Instead of looking outside for peace, we were gently guided to search within. The chanting helped us turn inward. Instead of looking outside for peace, we were gently guided to search within. We felt strongly that mind becomes meaningful when centered on divine name, and that every action can become an offering. We felt strongly that life becomes meaningful when centered on the divine name, and every action can become an offering. Namotsava helped us to realize that spirituality is not separate from life. It must flow through every moment of living. Namotsava helped us realize that spirituality is not separate from life. It must flow through every moment of life. We experience the true peace lies in surrender, and that everything happens by His will. We experienced that true peace lies in surrender, and that everything happens by His will. We experienced deep peace and calm even amidst the fast pace of city life. We experienced deep peace and calm even amidst the fast pace of city life. The program reminded us that spirituality can be practiced joyfully, not as a burden. The program reminded us that spirituality can be practiced joyfully, not as a burden. We were reminded that regular remembrance gradually transforms daily life. We were reminded that regular remembrance gradually transforms daily life. Namotsava gave us renewed motivation to prioritize spiritual practice in our daily routine. We were encouraged that even small, sincere efforts in remembrance are valuable. We were encouraged that even small, sincere efforts in remembrance are valuable. Namotsava reminded us how easily the mind becomes peaceful when we spend time in satsang. Namotsava reminded us how easily the mind becomes peaceful when we spend time in satsang. The chanting created a feeling of lightness and positivity that stayed with us even after the program. We felt encouraged to make Nama chanting a regular part of our daily routine. We felt encouraged to make Nama chanting a regular part of our daily routine. The satsang reminded us that devotion grows naturally when nurtured in the loving and supporting environment. We felt inspired to continue the practice with great sincerity and regularity. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. One suggestion to all of you. Morning we were elaborately discussing about Param Puja Papa's words at the time of inauguration. The claim of it, the contents of it are appearing in this photo. You can take a clip, photograph. Whenever you feel like going through that, it will be easy for you. We have been blessed with science and technology to that extent that we don't have to bother for everything in writing. So those of you who are prompted, do that. Number two, whenever time permits, kindly go through the boards. That will give you some push. Whenever time permits. We won't say entire thing you will be able to. Whichever you feel like aligned, take a photograph. All these things are the side dishes, to help us in our Namotsava. Please do that, and we request all of you to come here by 3:15, 3:30 we have to start. We should be very punctual about it. Thank you all very much for your patient, attentive hearing. Hari Om.